Harley Weedman, and welcome back to American Graduate Day on WFYI. Joining us today in studio, we have two great organizations, both related to camp. And first we have Dan Shepley, Executive Director of the Jamison Camp. Thanks, Dan, for being here. And Cynthia Schafer, Program Support at Camptown. So thank you guys both so much for being here with us today. And we're here to talk about caring and consistent adults. And sometimes people think camp, well, that's a lot of fun, but you don't always think about what role those counselors play in the role of the students who are in your camp. So Dan, I'll start with you. Talk a little bit about Jamison Camp and the programs that you have at your site.
We're a camp that's out on the west side of town, so we have this nice advantage of being a camp within a city, but we're on 130 acres, so we have also this little pocket of nature. Gives us a lot of proximity to school groups. So we do a residential summer camp. We also have a teen leadership program that has a mentoring, one-on-one mentoring program. We have a challenge course for team building, high ropes, zip line, climbing tower, and we have a strong environmental education program as well as being a retreat center. So we're year-round busy serving kids in the community.
So you're not just there during the summertime, but it's really a year-round ongoing program.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Cynthia, how about you? Talk a little bit about the work that Camptown does.
Well, Camptown is not a place. We take kids on adventure programs. Everything from a program we can take into the school, which is nature education, to a week of backpacking on the Appalachian Trail, or as far as our resources allow us to take them. It could be a day hike, could be a day canoe trip, it could be, again, a week-long program. We do series of programs, we do after-school programs. We have a new climbing facility at our office, which we're very excited about, called The Crux. So we're just beginning programming there. We custom design the program around the kids that we're working with. So each program may look a little bit different, and we can accommodate a lot of different needs, whether that's special needs children. We have a program called Trailblazers for high school students with developmental and cognitive disabilities. And we have programs for adjudicated youth. We call that one Pathfinders, where kids get the opportunity to kind of learn new skills, learn things that they haven't had an opportunity to do before. And then we challenge them with an outdoor experience of a week in the woods and solidify a lot of those skills. We work with schools and community centers, boys and girls clubs, a whole variety of programs available.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're also doing year-round work, working with a lot of different populations.
We are a year-round program as well. We partner with other groups like Jamison Camp. We take their kids on their high adventure trips because we have the ability and the resources to do that, which is an adjunct to their summer program.
So I'm sure that the adults that those children come and face with really do serve as a role model for them.
It does, and it's really interesting because we have a great population of caring adults in Indianapolis. A lot of the people that work through these organizations, the Boys and Girls Clubs, the community centers, really care about kids, but they too have never had the opportunity to have outdoor experiences, so they don't know how to do it. So they need groups like Jamison and Camptown to help them pull those things off, to give those kids the experiences that benefit them so much.
Yeah, so kind of piggybacking off of that, Dan, you mentioned earlier your mentoring program at Jamison. Could you talk a little bit more about that and what role that serves?
Yeah, and I'd like to backtrack a little bit just to talk a little bit about who we serve and how that feeds into our mentoring program. Kind of like what Cynthia was saying, we tend to serve kids who are from disadvantaged backgrounds or might have some other challenges. We're really very different from most camps in that case. We probably have about 70% of our kids who are at a poverty level or below, but we're also the only camp in Indiana that has a special session for kids impacted by HIV/AIDS. We have a lot of kids who have other challenges, whether it's autism or bipolar or whatever. Those are the kids who are coming to us in the summer. Now those are the very same kids who will, if they're interested, enter into our teen leadership program. And the kids who are in our teen leadership program are now able to be matched with a mentor. We've just launched a one-on-one mentoring program. So we might have kids who started with us at the age of 8 at summer camp and will continue on with us to the age of 18. So when you talk about caring, consistent adults, in many cases we're hearing from these kids who are sometimes coming from really kind of dysfunctional backgrounds with very little stability in their lives, a lot of times going through a lot of kind of roller coaster with their situations at home, that we're the consistent piece of their lives, that they can look back and say, I always knew I was going to go to Jameson Camp each year, and that was the best part of my
So really
year.
serving as that consistent mentoring role model role,
Right, absolutely.
Well, thank you guys both so much for being here with us today. We need you at home to get involved as well, so call the toll-free number and go to these websites to find out more. Become an American Graduate Champion and make a difference. Please stay with us.